All right, you guys remember watching Mr. Moopliss and his first time playing WoW? Well, he has now, I guess, become addicted to the game. Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club. So he claims to be now addicted to the game. I want to see an update on him. So he was a first-time WoW player not too long ago, and now he's saying, he's going to talk about the stuff that he loves about the game, and I'm interested to see what he has to say. He commented on the last reaction video that I did of his first-time player of WoW video. So let's see what he has to say now. A little update from Moopliss. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, everyone becomes addicted to WoW.
So I might be ruining my entire life. Or maybe I'm just able to finally enjoy this critically acclaimed...
Definitely ruining your life, but in a good way. That's right.
MMORPG called World of Warcraft. Now that might be a hot take, me saying this statement in 2023, but hold on. Let me cook.
Just let him cook.
Many of you may know that I recently started to play the game in early February 2023 with the help of my good friend, Stanky Legs.
Alright, yeah, it's me. Thank you, Leg.
After finally reaching level 60 by running many dungeons and doing story quests in BFA, I finally finished editing my first WoW video where I shared my initial thoughts on the game. This is when I decided I would buy a dragonflight, play all the way through the expansion, and probably quit the game soon afterwards. Little did I know my video would blow up on YouTube, and soon I found that
he thought he was gonna he thought he was gonna play WoW and then quit. That shit doesn't happen. You're sucked in. That's it. WoW's got you by the balls and it'll never let go again. Every single second of your day, you'll be thinking about this game for the rest of your life. And when you're not playing, you're going to be thinking about playing. And when you're playing, you're going to be happy you're playing. And the times in between not playing and playing are going to be a void in your life that needs to be replaced by more WoW play. You're done.
Many people wanted to watch my initial reactions to the game
exactly.
live on Twitch. I realized I was able to get my newbie questions answered from chat. Many players in the WoW community wanted to see my reaction.
People take breaks, but nobody quits. No way.
To the expansion cinematics, and soon I found myself hosting my own transmog competitions in-game. I'm not gonna lie, I thought a majority of the WoW community was just a bunch of sweaty nerds, and if I wanted to join this community,
well, he's not completely wrong. I am pretty sweaty right now.
I would have to start peeing in bottles while I was gaming, just to keep up with the amount of work that they put into this game. However, a majority of the player base is quite nice and super welcoming. And to those of you wondering why in my first video I was clicking on my skills, why I'm playing retail instead of classic, and why I haven't installed a bunch of add-ons to my game client, relax. I just got here.
The man just started playing.
Take off my shoes, get a little bit more comfortable with World of Warcraft.
He's doing Razagoth
and then
already.
Afterwards, I'll skill bind all my skills. I'll go ahead and go hardcore and vanilla. And afterwards, I'll be sure to light up my games client like a Christmas tree with all the add-on recommendations that you guys have given me.
Good man.
But it seems like a majority of the WoW community finds it amazing that a new player is playing their favorite MMORPG. And it's not easy to start a game like World of Warcraft.
Certainly isn't. I got a video coming out about the whole mentorship program that I talked about with you guys briefly. That mentorship program got a lot of reactions in the first video I did where I mentioned it at the very end. So I decided to do a video dedicated to it. And that's going to drop on the YouTube soon. I'm excited for you guys to see it because I think... this guy's video, Moopliss's video on starting the game for the first time, I think it, it really revealed the issue with a lot of people starting WoW, and that is they need a guide. You need a guide in this game. It's not an easy game to just pick up off the shelf and start playing.
Any stages a player must go through before they find themselves staring at the login screen and deciding to jump into the world of Azeroth. After finally reaching level 70, which a majority of the WoW community says that levels 1 to 69 is just the tutorial, and the real game begins of farming out mounts and becoming a bald person soon starts after that.
Oh, come on!
I can confirm the balding part of that, yeah. Definitely balding. It's part of the game.
Man!
Since I hit max level recently, I believe I have finally gone through this new player experience journey. And there are some things I really like about the game, and other things that overwhelmed and simply confused me. Which if it wasn't for the amazing WoW community seeing my last video and heading to my Twitch channel to help me, I don't know if I would have stuck around. So today, I'll go ahead and share with you the experiences
That's
I
awesome.
have had as a new player coming from another MMORPG of Guild Wars 2, how I ended up sticking around WoW to experience dragonflight, and play the game all the way to level 70. That's right, I might be
right.
addicted to World of Warcraft.
You are, my friend. You are.
There are numerous stages that have to take place in order for a new player to find themselves getting hooked on World of Warcraft. The first stage is for a player to decide that they want to play the game, and for that to happen, there has to be a need or a desire to do so.
Do you think I have big mom energy?
What?
Now you guys might know that I
Wait a
myself...
minute, does she say that if you click on her? That's not real. Does she really say that? Oh man, I'm a simp already.
I'm originally a Guild Wars 2
for
player.
her.
That game doesn't have a subscription model, and for the
She
end
does?
game, there is no gear grind, meaning you don't have to stress when a new expansion comes out. You can just jump back into the game and know that you'll be just as powerful as you were 3 years ago. And Guild Wars is an amazing MMORPG. I've played it since
sure it
before
is.
the game launched
Never
during the
played it.
beta days. However, if you're an OG player like myself,
She's a DILF. She's a dragon I'd like to fuck. That's right.
the developers at ArenaNet, they recently dropped the ball. The last expansion for the game came out in February 28th, 2022. I had a blast playing End of Dragons, and the first patch of completely brand new content, this came out exactly 1 year later, February 28th, 2023. And the amount of time it took me to play all the way through the story, experience the whole map, play through the meta event, that took me roughly 2.5 hours.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
To give the team at
Wow.
ArenaNet credit,
An
I know
expansion
RPG
only took
games are
2.5
quite
hours?
difficult to add content to. These games are large open worlds, and for Guild Wars 2, there's a lot of dynamic events happening within the game. It also doesn't help that the parent company of NCSoft laid off 20% of its employees
Yeah.
earlier in the year. Not only that, but ArenaNet did no marketing about this patch before launching it, meaning players had no idea where to set their expectations at. And now, players are
Interesting.
left completely in the dark, as we don't know when the next update will come for the game. The roadmap for Guild Wars 2 is quite vague. ArenaNet is also hiring positions at their studios to get developers to work on an unreleased Unreal
So is
engine.
Guild Wars 2 essentially going through their WoD expansion right now? Is that what's going on? There's just a content drought and nobody knows what's happening next? They're in Warlords right now. They're in Warlords. I feel bad for their players, man.
Game. So it seems like
That's
ArenaNet
not a
is
good
going to
place
be
to be.
working on these mini expansions, and they also have another game cooking back in the kitchen.
So good and tasty.
If you've never played Guild Wars 2, the combat system, the amount of gameplay that the game has going, it will completely knock your socks off. It's a truly wonderful MMORPG
Really?
to experience.
I've never played it.
The whole cast of characters, including yours, is fully voiced. The mounts in the game are awesome,
only got 4
and the
voice
combat
actors.
keeps me coming back to the game frequently. And if you're somebody like me who has played the game since launch and you're ready for fresh content,
Yes, 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 yes!
and you finally get this new content, and it's just this little appetizer,
No, no, no!
you're kind of bummed.
Yeah, that's
because I've been
disappointing.
waiting for a whole entree meal, and ArenaNet, they haven't delivered. This is something that has entirely put me off with playing Guild Wars 2 recently. So my need was to have an MMORPG game that had plenty of content to go through, and also has
They
a
do. I
studio
like his
who
videos.
voices
A
what
lot.
to expect in the near future. The second stage for a player to end up deciding they'll keep playing World of Warcraft is to get a basic understanding of how the game is played.
Right.
Use any real-world example that you want. My first player experience from levels 1 to 30 was me getting on the horse that is World of Warcraft and trying to understand how to ride it. Not gonna lie, it's tough, especially MMORPG games, with tons of menus that don't make any sense to me at first. The class build page that looks a bit confusing when glancing at
That's overwhelming for people. It is. I'm telling you, man. Mentorship program, it's necessary.
it for the first 20 times, and getting a bundle of skills that makes me realize keys 1 to 9 won't be enough.
Yeah.
I did my best to understand what menus did
why you gotta
what,
start
but
using
I have
shift
to thank
1 to 9
Stanky
too.
Legs
Thank you, Leg.
and many random players I ran into within
That's
the
right.
game, like Lithclaw. Without these two individuals, I probably would have never kept playing this game, as I already had experience getting
Most accurate statement. I'm telling you, man. A new player's experience can be made so much better by having a guide, having a real world, not a real world, I mean, real person guide in the game. It's the best way to experience the game for the first time.
From levels 1 to 15 on my rogue, getting overwhelmed and not enjoying my class, and deciding to just stop there. After hearing from both these players and online sources that dungeons are the best ways to level up your character, I ran dungeons from levels 30 to 60 in BFA. I was able to have other players guide me through the dungeon, even if I didn't know where to go. Dungeons also gave me the opportunity to have plenty of combat practice to understand the mechanics of my class a bit more. Once I hit level 60, I bought Dragonflight. I finished editing my first video, uploaded it to YouTube, and was ready to play Dragonflight the following days. The third stage for keeping a player hooked in World of Warcraft is becoming a celebrity. I wake up the next day after uploading my video. The YouTube algorithm gods have blessed me. Everybody and their grandma is watching my video. Even Asmongold sees it appear on his YouTube homepage. And the mad lad almost clicked it. I go from streaming on Twitch to 1 to 3 people watching me, to now 50, 60, 70 people watching me play World of Warcraft very poorly. Comments pour in on how they need more videos like this, advice on how to get good, or a variety of other comments. Mail starts pouring into my character's inbox, free items in dungeons, mounts get traded to me. Yes, more. The streamer privilege is finally in the power of my own hands.
Get good. We forming? Yeah, we're about to after this video.
In all honesty, the amount of overwhelming support is truly mind-blowing. Thank you, each and every single one of you. Now, I know this
he's a cool dude. He commented on my reaction video to his video. He seems like a real nice guy.
Of being known in the WoW community isn't going to happen to everyone on the internet. But it's definitely streamlined my process of learning. Sure, I can search on Wikipedia for guides and walkthroughs, but if I can just ask dumb questions on my stream, like how can I get back from Stormwind when I am in Valdrakken? And the amount of viewers that can inform me is insane. The moral and overall lesson of this stage is that the WoW community is really what will bring new players into the game.
That's right.
This community isn't just a bunch of sweaty nerds playing the game. You guys will take time out of your day to help new players like me get accustomed to the game, and I think that's awesome. We've had some amazing transmog competitions where veteran players are curious to see how a new player like myself would rate their transmogs. I'm honored to be the source of your entertainment on your second monitor, or while you're sitting on the toilet watching me on your phone. I hope the WoW community continues to give a warm welcome to any new players trying the game for the first time, whether WoW happens to be their first MMORPG or they are refuge from
WoW players really do. For the most part, they like to help. Like yesterday, I didn't know how to... I still have not interacted with the crafting system at all. And I wanted to make my necklace, right? I forget what the hell it's called. The one that everyone's making. So I just kind of posted it in trade chat. I was like, hey, I want a 418 necklace. Can somebody make it for me? The lariat, yes. The lariat. And I was like, I have all the mats. Can somebody make it for me? This dude responds to me and then completely guides me through the whole process. He's like, yeah, I'll make it for you. He taught me about how, what to get to be able to make a 418. He taught me about how recrafting works because we had to do it like 4 times. He was totally a nice guy. And that 5 minutes of him explaining the system to me would have taken me hours to figure out on my own. And again, that's what I talk about with the whole, people just helping each other out in the game is the best way to learn the game.
Games. The warm welcome.
Most likely, if I tried to do it on my own, I would have became so frustrated, I would have just said, screw it, I don't want to craft the necklace anymore. But because somebody helped me out, made the whole experience great.
I have gotten both on stream and off
Crafters seem like nice people. Yeah, the one I interacted with was
so much, gamers. The fourth stage to cement players in World of Warcraft is their experience with the latest expansion. For me, trying out the game in early 2023 meant Dragonflight was the expansion.
It's a good expansion. So
I know I joked in the past about Blizzard taking the Griffin and Skyscale mounts from Guild Wars 2 and adding it into their game, but many other games have taken aspects from WoW and simply simply inserted it into their own MMORPG.
Yeah, they all steal from
so
each
I don't
other.
think Blizzard is wrong for doing the same with the dragon mounts. Dragon riding is fun, and
Made
the
5 million
aspect of
gold. Wow, being a
collecting
crafter,
these
wow.
tokens or glyphs, I don't know the name exactly, but in order
Damn,
to
Icky,
improve
that's
your
amazing.
dragon riding experience, Blizzard encourages you to explore the new maps and find these hidden tokens.
Yeah, the dragon
which
riding system's been a
incentivizes
great-
map exploration. Now, some players asked if
Great
I
system.
enjoyed the Griffin or Skyscale from Guild Wars 2 more than dragon riding. And honestly, I can't really give you a precise answer. Both games handle the implementation of these types of mounts very differently. The best way I can explain it is that dragon riding in WoW is if the Griffin and Skyscale mounts from Guild Wars 2 made a baby together. The combination of those two mounts is what Blizzard has implemented into one single
Interesting.
mount. The animation department at Blizzard does an excellent job with the cinematics I've seen in Dragonflight. Even
He never saw the really rough ones that we used to get. Definitely the cutscenes we get now are exponentially better than the ones we used to get. You ever watch the like the Return to Ulduar cinematic or something? Oh my god. King Varian's face in that video? Wow. Face only a mother could love.
the standard quests have voice
Dude, I
dialogue,
came back to the game
which is
for
great
WoD
to
and
hear in-game.
BFS.
There are many
Jesus.
side quests to keep you occupied, but I realized if I did all the side quests, it would take me months before I finally completed the main story. So I've
Mama's
decided
Brasa.
to first focus on the main story before doing all the side quests. I was even surprised to see events happening in-game where many other players would join in to help out. One
Yeah.
time, I ran into a bunch of players making soup for this Chef Walrus character. This
Make
group
that
of
soup?
walruses looks like they're part of the Northern Water Tribe from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Kinda true.
In all honesty, I had no idea that World of Warcraft actually had events or world bosses that you could take part of. My chat told me that you could get mounts
I'm
from
your daddy,
random
that'd be
world
nice.
boss encounters, and I think this element of random encounters in-game is what truly makes the world of MMORPGs feel so vibrant and alive. Not to mention, I love WoW's in-game time based on the real-world time of where your server is based.
Is
Meaning,
Guild Wars
if it's
2
night
not like that?
outside and that's when you play the game, then you'll experience nighttime in the game and
Yeah.
see the moon out. I'm a sucker for games like Animal Crossing implementing the real-world time into the game.
I
And
like
WoW does
real-world time
exactly
in an
this,
MMO
and it
too.
adds to the immersion that I experience within the game.
Yep.
Overall, I'm enjoying Dragonflight. I just did my first Mythic Dungeon with viewers and was pleasantly surprised with the combat in the game. Still, I can't believe that WoW doesn't have a dodge mechanic, but the aspect of moving out of the way of different
Well, you know,
circles
you
on
can
the
blink,
ground
do
or
things.
various other elements in fights keeps me engaged in each encounter. The fifth and final stage
Dodge the
to get
swirlies.
gamers addicted to World of Warcraft is to make it easy for them to set goals and give them a reason to keep playing the
True.
game. I already praised the collections panel in World of Warcraft in my last video,
Transmog.
and how being able to view this anywhere
Getting,
in the game encourages players to
getting
find
AOTC,
items that fits their characters,
getting
and
Keystone
motivates
Master.
them
These
to
are all
go
good
out
guild
and explore the
goals to
world
have.
to acquire said items. In my previous video, I mentioned that you could do the same thing in Guild Wars 2, but every single time you have to run to a
Tundra,
bank
you've
vendor.
never
Some
noticed
of you
the-
tried to
the
point
real
out in
world
the
time?
comments section that you can do so in the
always
wardrobe
been that
panel
way.
for your character. And sure, you can already view the things you have unlocked, but viewing the items you don't have unlocked in a wide page panel that WoW offers is only available at a bank vendor. Trust me, I've
Interesting.
played Guild Wars 2 for far too long, so I know this is the only
He
way
did,
that
yeah.
you
He
can
started
do
WoW
this.
in
The
Dragonflight.
collection panel in WoW does wonders for players. Not only can I view every single armor piece in the game, but I can also view every single mount.
Yep,
And a
and
majority
figure out where
of
to
these
get 'em
mounts
from,
are
too.
all obtainable in-game.
That's
Some
right.
of which are harder or rarer to get than others because of quest requirements or low drop rates. And that kind of experience with mounts isn't there for Guild Wars 2. Now you got to keep in mind there is no subscription model for Guild Wars 2. So again, a lot of their revenue
No,
is
it's
coming
free to play?
through these mounts. So it's
didn't know
kind
that.
of what model do you like more? Do you like paying for the shinies in game and not having things obtainable? Which is a shame because there are some awesome mounts in the game. And other than the
What the hell?
default mounts, there's only one single mount that is obtainable in game. And the
Wow.
rest is bought in the game's cash shop or gem store.
I prefer
The
to have a
trade-off?
sub.
There's no subscription model for Guild Wars 2.
I'd prefer
so
a
take
sub,
it as you will.
personally.
The trading post is a fantastic system in WoW, where each month there
This
are
guy
new
started playing the
cosmetic
game with the
items
trading
to
post
acquire.
in-game.
If
That's
you do
crazy.
certain achievements achievements in the game, and most are pretty generic, like kill 30 dungeon bosses or 10 raids,
tries Final
etc.
Fantasy
This will
Online
give you
mount.
trader coins in
People say WoW
return.
mount sucks
From
balls.
there,
Really?
you can purchase purely cosmetic items from the trading posts, and these are monthly items that are only obtainable from doing these achievements. A small system like this goes a long way to keep players engaged, as they are encouraged to log in and see the different items each month before they change. Not only that, but you actually can't buy everything at the trader's post. You're limited with the amount of coins that you get each month, meaning
been
it's up to
saving
you
mine.
to
I haven't used
decide
them at
which
all yet.
items you'd like to walk away with. If nothing tickles your fancy, no problem. Just keep your coins and they'll roll over into next month's trading post that you can use. It's an amazing system. It's kind of like a battle pass, except you don't have to pay for it, which is a great addition to the game. Lastly, the roadmap. There is additional content coming to Dragonflight.
It's crazy that this guy's like, you know, this is a great thing about WoW. They have a roadmap. I don't know. It's just, this is like the first time they've ever done this. I agree with him, but it didn't used to be this way. But honestly, he started playing the game at a good time to start playing the game.
Marketing the game uses truly outshines Guild Wars 2's marketing. Having something like this makes players comfortable knowing as soon as they get their character to max level, get the gear or the transmog pieces they want, they'll feel encouraged to jump back into the game when new patches drop on either their main character or even alternative characters. Players' expectations are set because Blizzard explains in more detail what they can expect in the next several months. So I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. The game that you told me to avoid while I was growing up, I think I'm hooked on it now. So how long have you been playing World of Warcraft?
They can only protect him for so long.
Do you believe that WoW is in the best state that it's been in years? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, stay hydrated, gamers.
That's right. That's right. He's a cool dude. I like him. I like his vibe. And I like the fact that he's playing WoW. Yeah, he did comment on our last reaction video. We're gonna get started here. But yeah, his comment on the reaction video that we did to his first time playing is right here. He goes, yep, Lithclaw and a 54-year-old named Carl was definitely helpful. The mentorship program you explained would truly help new players get into WoW and have access to a kind WoW veteran to show them the ropes. Thanks for watching my video and stay hydrated. Cool guy to comment on my reaction video.